In today's video, I'm gonna show you the best OBS audio settings, especially for beginners if you're starting out. Now, if you are a little more advanced and you wanna learn a few tricks as well, this video is gonna be for you. I'm gonna show you how to solve any audio issues where you have like double audio playing, or you're playing something and you can't hear it, or you're not sure if people can hear you on stream, or you playing back a video on YouTube and it's kind of playing twice so people can hear it, or you switch a scene, you forgot to add it. Like all those little issues that you may have, I just want to make sure you have your stream set up completely the right way so you never have an audio issue while streaming. So let's not take much time, let's get right into it. What is going on, guys? My name is Sam. You're watching my production tips and tools helping you master live streaming. So right now I have OBS open, and of course some of the things that we're gonna tackle today is gonna be how to manage your desktop audio the right way, your microphone, how to add your microphone the right way, and how to add your background music the right way, how to play back a local video the right way, and I'm gonna show you how to manage the audio mixer inside OBS, of course, and that's pretty much it. So let's get right into it. So the first thing we need to do, we need to go here where it says on settings here in OBS, and then we're gonna go to audio right here. Okay, again, usually mine, I have it set at 48 kilohertz. You want to make sure you have it set at 48. Most streaming software, even YouTube, does say they have to stream at 41 something kilohertz, but 48 still works, so that's not gonna be a problem. And channels, you want to make sure you have it on stereo. This is gonna be, it's not gonna, no big deal. Don't sweat it, it's good. All right, the most important thing here is where it says global audio devices. By default, you're gonna have your desktop audio is gonna be set to default. This is bad. Okay, I get it, some people will leave it there, but at some point in your live streaming career, desktop audio is gonna cause you issues. Okay, so the best way to actually manage this is to make sure it's disabled. Why? One of the issues may cause you is what we call double audio. Sometimes you may play something on your desktop locally, and it's gonna play back. First, it's gonna play back as a desktop audio and play back as a source inside OBS, and it creates double audio. Having to manage that when you live, it's a nightmare. So I would say just get rid of it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and make sure it's disabled. Another thing is your mic or aux audio. This one too is the same thing. You may have it on default, sometimes works, but what it does is gonna kind of copy paste your microphone to all the sources and scenes. In my opinion, some scenes are not meant to have your microphone on. So let's say if you like be right back, right, on the scene, it's called be right back, and you have your microphone on it, what's gonna happen is if you forget to mute it, you say you toggle that scene and you go to a washroom or something, or you want to have a private conversation, and then people can hear what you're saying, and you're not even aware that people can hear your conversation. So in my opinion, you want to make sure this thing is actually disabled. So what I do and what I recommend is to go ahead and disable everything here. Okay, so you can be in control, decide where you want your microphone or where you want your desktop audio to be heard, which source you want them to be heard on. All right, so you want to make sure you go ahead and disable everything here. Everything should be on disabled. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. We're gonna keep it simple. It's not gonna be super advanced, but this is gonna save you trouble. Once you're done, hit apply and hit OK. That's it in settings. The next thing we're going to do now, I'm gonna show you how to actually manage your desktop audio. For example, right now I have my intro scene. This is my introduction scene. I have my music, which I added by going to the plus sign and added a media source. Again, if you don't know how to build a show, I have another video that covers that, but this is just a media source. Now, if I go to my mixer here, by the way, I did this vertical layout. It's supposed to be horizontal usually. If I right click here, usually, and go to advanced audio properties, as you can see, I don't want you to mess with these things. They're a little more advanced, okay? But as you can see, you're gonna see for this scene, you're gonna see all the audio sources available. You have your countdown timer, which is, it's this video that's playing. the starting soon kind of video. And then you have our intro music, which is supposed to be playing as well. And my intro music, as you can see, is set to monitor and output. Okay, which means if I go here, I can just put on monitor off. Basically, I'm not gonna be able to monitor it. I don't know what's going on. So what you need to do all the time for your intro music, you wanna make sure you put it to monitor and output. The reason is, if you don't put it to monitor and output, it's gonna be playing, but you won't be able to hear it in your headphones. Okay, the reason why we can't hear it right now is because I put on mute. If I play it right now, you guys can hear it, right? I can hear it in my headphones as well, right? So that's the reason why you have to have it on, so when it's playing, you can hear and you are aware that that's what people are actually hearing on their stream. Okay, so this is important. Again, you go here, advanced, and then you want to make sure your intro music is on the monitor and output, so you can hear it and then you can monitor it. You can increase the volume. If I increase the volume, I'm gonna hear that I'm actually increasing or decreasing, right? If you decide to manually mute it, you can go ahead and mute it, and you know it's actually muted, right? So that's important. All right, that's number one. Now, because we don't have the desktop audio, if you had the desktop audio, we would have had the music playing in desktop audio, which is a disaster. That's where you start having double audio kind of playing, and it creates a weird effect. Okay, so that's the right way of managing your intro music or background music. So when it comes to background music, of course, it's gonna be the same. So if I go to this scene here, this is like my main camera, assuming this was me. Okay, again, this is something else, but assuming this was me and had some background music, as you can see, this is my main microphone. It's already added. Again, I'm not teaching you how to add your microphone, but usually I will just go here and then add an audio input capture, and I will go ahead and look for my my microphone, which is my Rodecaster Duo that connects to my Shure SM7B, but in your case could be another USB microphone, could be a different interface, right? So as you can see, my microphone shows up here. Okay, now for your microphone, if I click to it, go to advanced, as you can see, my main mic is here, but it's not set to monitor and output, because you don't want to monitor your own microphone through OBS. So you want to make sure it's actually monitor is off. If you do that, it's gonna create there's this weird feedback, unless you can try it just to listen to your voice, make sure it sounds good, but you need to turn it off, because when you're live streaming, there's always a delay, so you don't want to hear yourself kind of delayed. It's gonna be distractive. All right, so that one has to be monitor, it has to be monitor off. Okay, now if we had some background music, let's say I can go here and then add background music, so it will be a media source, and then let's say add existing. Let's say maybe I want to add intro music. I want to add the same as the background music. You can see now it's added here, right? So as you can see, it's playing. Okay, so the same thing, because it is the same, I added the same that we have on the intro. I can still control it, and if I go here, go to advanced, you can see it's set to monitor and output. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete it, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually add a new one. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the plus sign, and I'm gonna go add media source, say background whatever music, and then hit OK. Usually you want to make sure you actually toggle loop, because you want the background music has to be looping. Hit browse. I'm gonna go ahead and look for have some music from Epidemic Sound, link in description if you're interested, and put it, bring it back in here. Hit OK, and as soon as I get here, as you can see, it's playing, but I can't hear it, and it's probably loud. As you can see, it's like on 0 or something. So I want to make sure I can hear it, because I'm talking, and if I'm talking, I have a microphone talking, and there's a background music, they can't even hear me maybe on the stream, because the music is too loud. So that's why it is extremely important that you monitor this music by going again to your mixer, advanced, under your mixer, audio property, and then you go to background music, which is gonna be here. You're gonna go to monitor and output, and as you can hear, it's actually super loud. All right, So because now I can hear it, I'm gonna go ahead and lower it. Oh, this is the main background music is here. So I can lower it to something like -40. Now -40, it makes sense. As a background music now, even if I'm talking, you know, it's not distractive, it's not distracting me, and it's not distracting my viewers. So this is very, very important. You wanna make sure it's looping. Also, you wanna make sure it's not, you know, it's not too loud, okay? So it keeps playing, and whenever if you're tired of it, you can always like mute it. Other than that, you can just leave it play. It's a background music, right? So that's how you manage background music, okay? Now, for your microphone, usually if you're using an external interface like the Rodecaster Duo, this is gonna be perfect. You're not gonna need to adjust. You can adjust your volume on the Rodecaster Duo or any other external interface. But if you had to adjust it inside the computer, probably add some effects. That's probably gonna be for another video. But if it's too loud, usually you wanna make sure it's not hitting the RAID, okay? So you wanna make sure the signal is between, you know, somewhere close in the yellow. Usually you're good, right? If you're screaming and it's kind of like in the yellow and it's hitting a little bit of the RAID, usually it's not bad. But you don't want it to go beyond 0. That's where it starts clipping and causing issues, okay? So again, I would encourage you to have some sort of interface, something like the Rodecaster Duo or any other interface where you can connect your headphones inside on the interface, and then be able to monitor your own audio. Or if you have a USB microphone, most USB microphones are going to have a audio input jack. So you like a headphones jack, so you can connect your headphones into the microphone and be able to monitor your own voice through the microphone, and that's gonna allow you to know what you're actually sending to OBS. But you still have to watch the signal. Just make sure it's not hitting the RAID, okay? That's a must. All right, the next thing we're gonna cover is if you're playing back a YouTube video. Let's say you were sharing your screen. So let's go to screen share. This is a screen. This is a scene where I'm sharing a screen, okay? So I'm sharing my other screen here, which is where I'm recording this video. Forgive me for the mess, but I want to show, maybe I want to play back a local video or a YouTube video. So I can go here. I'm just gonna grab my YouTube thing here, and let's see. Let me play my dude's video here. Omar.
Imagine if ChatGPT and Canva had
an ad, of
That's
course.
a creative AI. It's the only generative AI designed for advertising.
Are you a business owner or entrepreneur looking to take your business presence online to the next level? I'm so excited to have on the department Dr. Grant Elliott, other known as.
So as you can see, as I play the YouTube video, I have something here called system audio. This is something that I have created personally, and it shows up here.
He's built his audience to over 2 million followers across social media
but
in under 2 years.
If I go to this scene here, let's say if I go to my main camera scene, that system audio is not there. I have my background music and I have my main microphone, but my YouTube video is not there. It's only on this specific scene, which is my screen share scene, because that's where I want people to see or to hear that audio. That's the only place that I'm playing back something from my computer. Now, if I want it to be heard on another scene, I can choose to do so. I can simply go to this system audio, click to it, and I can copy it, and then I can go paste to any other scene that I want. Let's say if I want to paste it here on top down shot, I can go here and then hit paste reference, and it's gonna be here. So if I play the video,
say like if you just commit a year to this thing.
I went from my base.
You see, even though the scene is not showing, but I have my audio, the system's audio is playing there. So I make the decision where I want that audio to be heard on the stream. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and delete it because I don't want it to be here. So how do I do that? So let's go to my main share, my screen share scene again. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit the plus sign. I'm gonna show you how to do it. So basically, this is usually what we do with desktop audio. But the problem with desktop audio, it's everywhere. Once you enable it back in the settings, which is something that we disabled when we started, it's gonna go to all the scenes, and it's dangerous for some scenes. So what you do, instead of adding your desktop audio, you actually go ahead and what we call audio output capture. So I hit audio output capture and then hit OK. I mean, you can name it whatever you want. For me, I named it system audio, and then I hit OK. And what you do is you want to go ahead and choose your main listening device, which is in my case, it's my Rodecaster Duo interface. So if you go here in the corner, all right, you see whatever it shows up here as your speaker, right? This is what you want to have here. So I can go ahead and then choose the speaker Rodecaster Duo main, because that's my main listening device. So when I'm listening to a video on YouTube, it's actually going through my Rodecaster Duo. In your case, could be your USB microphone or your other speakers you may have. And then what OBS is doing is capturing that audio back into OBS. So you want to go ahead and do that and then hit OK. Again, right now I just have two, so the system audio and the audio capture device, they're all the same. It's just this one I didn't rename it, so I can go ahead and delete it because I don't want to have it twice. But that's how it works, guys. Okay, so once you have your system audio, so basically anything you play on your computer that goes through your speaker, the audio is gonna come through, and then you have a decision to where you can actually have it on your scenes, right? Another thing I probably forgot to actually mention, if you go to settings and you go to advanced here, there is a place that says listening device, usually set to the default. Monitoring device here. When you go to advanced here under audio settings, you have what they call monitoring device. So basically is a device you're gonna be using to monitor in OBS. So if you leave it to default, usually it's gonna be to whatever you have set up here in Windows or on your computer, either using Windows or Mac, it should be the same. So you don't have to play with that. But I just wanted to make sure you make sure that one is actually stays on default. It doesn't matter. Or you can put it manually and put to choose, like in my case, would be the Rodecaster Duo, and it's gonna be able to do the same job. So the last thing we're gonna cover, guys, is if you have a video that you have to play back on your stream. Okay, let's say I have a local video that I'm gonna show you in a minute, and I want it to play on my stream. So usually it's gonna be the same thing as a music or background music or something like that. It's just you're gonna create a different scene. All right,
and you're looking for
again, we're talking about just managing audio. So this is a video that I have added here. If you have something like a stream deck, you can just hit a button and that video is gonna play. And then what I do is I'm gonna go ahead and hit the plus sign under that scene, and I'm gonna add a media source, and I'm gonna go ahead and just browse. You can name it whatever you want, and I'm gonna browse, bring in the video that I want to be playing. So once you have the video and everything, basically I don't want to add another one, but it's gonna show up here like this one. So this is a video file that I have added, and as you can see, it's playing. Now the concept is actually the same. What you do to be able to hear the audio, actually the audio is gonna play. There's no desktop audio, there's nothing else, there's not even your microphone is not there. As you can see, the mixer is clean on this scene. You don't have like aux audio, desktop audio, background music, your microphone. There's nothing there. The only thing that's there is the actual video that you are playing. Okay, this is what I recommend, because when you want to make sure when you roll that video, it's just a video. Unless you want the video to play and do maybe some sort of reaction to it, then you can create a different scene with your microphone and of course your picture there and everything. So you want to, it's like you're doing a reaction to that video. That's a different game. And again, to do that, probably the best way would be to just do a screen capture and kind of be on the scene and be playing the video manually from the screen. So that's that. So how you do it really is, again, go to the mixer, and then you want to make sure this is the audio from that video. I called it commercial, if it was a commercial or something. And then you want to go to audio monitoring. Always you want to make sure you monitor and output audio, okay, for this type of things, so that you can hear what the audience is actually hearing on the stream. So right now you should be able to hear it, right? It's just because I'm keep muting it because I don't want it to distract me. But that's it. If you want to lower the volume, maybe it's too loud, you can lower the volume, but you can monitor and hear what the stream is hearing. All right. So that's how you do a video playback. You manage audio for a video playback. Other than that, add the scenes like be right back. If you have some music playing, same concept. You have your music right now, have the same intro music that I have added, but as you can see, I can monitor it. Ending soon scene, same as, you know, the intro. As you can see, I have just the intro music that I re-added, the same music that we have in the intro playing in the background, and I have my overlay, kind of like, you know, this little loop kind of looping in the background, but there's no music on it. But also, like, I have audio properties in my mixer. I have intro music turned to monitor and output. So everything you want to make sure you hit monitor and output. But as you can see, my show is clean, right? You can come here from here, my main scene. I've got my background music, it's super clean. I got my mic and background music here. Go to guest scene. Again, I don't have a guest on, but if I go to screen share, I've got my YouTube video, it's ready. If I play it, you guys should be able to hear the audio, no problem. And if you know, yeah, and then I have a microphone, of course, my main mic is there, no problem. You guys can be able to hear me if I'm talking, if I was on a camera. And yeah, video playback, same thing, you're gonna be able to hear that, no problem. And I can hear it and monitor it. Be right back, ending soon, and everything. You can see my show is clean. Okay, so this is how you guys set up your audio to make sure you don't have any issues. Now, if you want to know how I set up all these scenes, because in this video we only covered audio, if you want to know how I, you know, created all these scenes, how I added the overlays, how I brought in guests, because as you can see, I have some scenes where you can use to bring in guests if you want to have guests on your show, how I added this, you know, video playback and stuff that I didn't go through. You want to make sure you check out this video right here, because I'm going to show you step by step. It's like a masterclass how to do exactly that. And I will see you there, guys. Take care.